Yeah, they should took it to 10. Yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no. Hold on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a...
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between our visitors and the New York Jets. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Cut, 315. Mike 54. Hey, D-line, reload. Let's go. Tighten up.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Play action. It's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Lorenzo Carter. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Check.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
That's it, baby. We're going to take over
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the twist. Bravo.
Here's Darnold. And this one's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
We're going to start. 58, come on. And let's get that home.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Touchdown, L.A. Mecole Hardman, 38 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
12.
Wilson. Got an open man. It's Washington. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Right there. Hey, exit.
On first down, it's Darnold. That's out to Chubb, complete. And now running right through it. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check, 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 check. Red 80. 80.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
36. Red 80. Here we go.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Complete. Smith has it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now Darnold. Flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
58, come on. It's lady, 6'6", pull it high.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
6-0 our score after 1. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7, Joey Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. With it is Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
That's what's up. Hey, ready? 53. Mike, 53. Check back, check back. Check back.
Darnold on 1st down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Running to start the drive is Love. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Love. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Bryce Love, 52 yards. As they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. A run for Nick Chubb. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Outside. 53. Check. 80. Push him back. Push him back. 53 to Mike. 53.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Alpha. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Watch twist.
They'll start the drive with Love here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You got nothing. You got nothing.
Throwing is Wilson. That is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Look left. 51.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Darnold. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
Oh boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
The 36-yard line.
Mike, we're going to sign. 53, Mike. Better bring. Hey, 80. Chopper. Check.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Side. 53, check 53. Watch the slant.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Completes it to Hardman. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
53 is the mark. Let's go. Shit. Red
80. A toss play to Chubb. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Cuts left, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Nick Chubb, 55 yards, and the Chargers are going to retake the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Check 50, check 50. Watch that.
From the shotgun, Wilson, flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
They run from the shotgun with Murray. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
We're outside. Walk against the money. Hey, get the leg one. Out.
And again, it's Chubb. And a short gain here, down to the 22. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Slam. 49, check 49.
Running for it, here's Chubb. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They toss it left side to Chubb. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Chubb on the counter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is Murray. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapons.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Yep. Recon, 132 fighter.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson throwing again. Washington's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson going deep for Diggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Right here, guys.
And here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Steps away. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Lorenzo Carter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike, check, 59.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to launch it for Washington. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Watch out. Check 52.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
61, matchbox lights.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now this throw complete to Washington. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Andre Ellington, his first carry. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. This is Love. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Bryce Love with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
58 to Mike. I got you, son. I got you, son.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.